Good greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you, and welcome back to my car for yet another fast food taste test. McDonald's has just released the limited edition Squishmallow Happy Meal. There are 12 of them, and apparently it's been 2 years in the making. So I got 3 Happy Meals, one of each flavor, so we will see which Squishmallow I got with each of them. I'm really hoping that they are all different. In limited edition releases in the past, I'll put a link down below to the playlist in case you missed it, I got repeats. So I'm really hoping that these are not going to all be the same Squishmallows. I don't think they will be, but who knows. When I did the Boo buckets, those two were just the same bucket at each store. But since there are 12, I'm thinking there's going to be a variety. I don't know, fingers crossed. I also got their new McChicken strips, which I've never had before, and we'll give those a taste as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Another reason why I wanted to try the Happy Meals is because I saw this video going around where there's a way to open a Happy Meal so that it's like a plate, and I said, how could I have missed that? I love inspecting packaging. I love inspecting in general, but just because I'm a curious person, but I love inspecting packaging, especially when I lived in Japan. There are all kinds of novel ways to open treats because they think of that to make it easy for you and convenient. And never have I ever seen a Happy Meal with a perforated line around the bottom to open it so it opens like a plate. So I was so shocked that I'd never noticed this way of opening a Happy Meal. But now that I've gotten 3 Happy Meals from my McDonald's, I see no indication of any kind of preparation tab whatsoever. So I am not bonkers. I don't see anything. There are perforations on the corners to bend the flat cardboard into a box, but there's no tab. None whatsoever. No tab. In the videos I saw, there was a tab, and you just pull this little strip as if you're opening a package. And I see none of that here. Not on this side, not on this side, not on this side. And then same on the inside. No indication of perforation or easy tear stripability. So I'm not bonkers. So this must be a regional thing. Let me know in the comments. What am I missing? I mean, there are these perforations on the corners here, and I suppose you can force it. See, you can just tear it, but it's not intentional. You see what I mean? Doesn't have a little strip of ribbon or anything in here to make it so that it facilitates this easy tearness, right? See, I'm tearing the napkin inside. See, I'm just ruining the box. Nope, not happening. Where is this hack? Where's this Happy Meal hack? I've just ruined my box. At least I feel validated in the sense that I have not missed something all these years. So let's just go back to having our Happy Meal. What? Oh my gosh, the McDonald's people kindly gifted me with 2 sets of fries. I love these size of fries. They're so stinking cute. Well, maybe one of them is missing a set of fries. We shall see. All right. They're actually hot. McDonald's fries are really good when they're hot. Not much to say about the fries. They're hot, and they're delicious when they're hot. But to me, McDonald's fries are probably the top on the list when it comes to how quickly they go stale. Once they get just even a little bit cold, they get really cardboardy. But hot, they're great. Here is the Squishmallow package. There are 12 different Squishmallows. I wish they would put them on the back. Maybe there's a little card in here to show you the kind of options we have. I'm hoping, so we know which one we have and which are the others and which one we want. That was the best part when we were collecting things as kids, was the little card that had them all, and then you'd look at the one that you want like the most, that had the most potential, and you'd just like, oh, I really want the one with the purple hair. You know what I mean? There's some napkins in here, thank you. 4-piece chicken McNuggets, but I got no sauce. I don't usually get chicken McNuggets, so I forgot to ask for sauce. But I used to get these when I was a kid, and it was always barbecue. Let me root around. So maybe they put the sauces in a separate bag. Got a sauce. And I got barbecue, yes. I didn't even ask for barbecue, and they just gave it to me. Thank you, McDonald's gods. All right. Tangy barbecue sauce. Chicken McNugget. Is it shaped like anything special? Not really. All right, let's just taste it bare. Solid nugget. Crispy on the outside. Squishy, tender in the inside. Pretty juicy. Distinctly taste of celery salt. Taste of celery. It tastes like chicken bouillon. More specifically, the kind of Maruchan instant chicken ramen flavor. You know how it has that celery salt flavor? That's what these taste like. All right, dipped in sauce. Oh, there we go. Transport this child back to her child, and this combination. Yep, that's it. I like their barbecue sauce. Definitely tangy, sweet, a little bit smoky. A little bit of liquid smoke flavor in there. Really nice counterpoint to the crispy chicken nugget. Squishmallow reveal. First of all, it doesn't feel that squishy. Let's see what we got. At least it opens nicely. Oh, I feel it. Dun 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 dun. Na-na! This is Cookie. Is Cookie a parrot or something? It looks like it has candy corn for a nose. Oh, it's not very squishy. That's kind of disappointing. Cookie is not very squishy. It's made of a kind of velvety texture with little felt arms. So that's disappointing. I was really hoping it'd be squishy. You know what I mean? Oh, it's not. But kind of cute. I don't know. Oh, and there's no collector's card, so I have no idea where Cookie falls on the ranking of best to worst. You know what I mean? Not so cute. Something about this kind of beak thing isn't that cute to me, but there's Cookie. Happy Meal number 2. Do you remember when there used to be mazes on the Happy Meal boxes so we could just stare at them while we ate our Happy Meal? No Squishmallow maze, but it looks like these are some of the other potentials. The kitty one, so cute. I also like this. I think there's supposed to be a secret axolotl. Is that what that is? Axolotls are pink, right? At least the Minecraft ones. There's a cactus, looks like a banana. Oh, banana would be cute. And like a purple, pink leopard print one. Has its own fries. Okay, so I didn't get short shrifted in this one. This one, I got a cheeseburger. I never got cheeseburgers as a kid. I always would get the regular hamburger Happy Meal. Or occasionally I would get a chicken nugget. We have ketchup, mustard, dehydrated onions, 1.5 pickles, a slice of cheese, a patty, and a bun. Alrighty, here we go. Boy, I haven't had one of these in a while. Eat the Nugget Mouse. A little bit saltier than a regular hamburger because of the layer of cheese. And I'm not sure if the cheese really improves things. I think I still might be equally happy with a hamburger. But it is saltier than I recall, but probably because I got a regular hamburger when I was a kid. But somehow, very, very nostalgic. The buns are pretty sweet. The patty is very thin. Doesn't taste all that meaty, but that combination of dehydrated onions, pickle, dill pickle, mustard, and ketchup. Such a throwback and good. I do have to confess, when I was a child, I would always take out the pickle, and it would leave some of the pickle juice flavor, but take out that kind of crunchy, pickly experience, which now I appreciate. I really like that crunch, and I like the insertion of dill and brininess and salt. But as a kid, I just want a little bit of the flavor and not that texture. The dehydrated onions are really what do it for me. To me, that's just the signature of a McDonald's hamburger. Was anyone else skeeved out a little bit when they opened up the hamburger to see that mixture of ketchup and mustard? I don't know, something about it always kind of like me out, and then I just quickly close it and just eat it, don't look at it. I don't know why. Maybe because it was so messy? I'm over it now, obviously, but cool. And it tastes like 1984. That's what it tastes like. So I believe I've already see a difference between these two packages. So Cookie came in a bag that had some pink on it, and it says B10. And this one says C19. So I'm assuming that this is going to be a different Squishmallow inside. Alrighty, let's see what I got. Da-da-da. Oh, another bird. This one's cuter. This one's called Babs. Hi, Babs. Babs is a little bit squatter, and in my opinion, a little cuter than Cookie. But there we have it. 2 of the 12. Oh, look. Maybe this is color coordinated, right? Babs is blue, blue. Cookie is pink, pink. Maybe. Next Happy Meal. It, too, does not have a perforated bottom. French fries. Oh, I got apple slices. That's right. It's been so long since I've ordered a Happy Meal. I forgot that you get apple slices potentially in addition to fries. I could have gotten a Go-Gurt, apple slices, or it used to be a cutie, a little tangerine. She didn't ask me. Bro. Man. Alrighty, so I got apple slices and French fries. That's why I got double French fries in that first one. Okay. Squishmallow. This does not bode well. Do you see this, friends? It says C19. And it's blue. This might be another Babs. I'm predicting. Let's not be another Babs. Let me be wrong. All right, let's have an apple slice. I like that these are peeled. Kids like that. And they've been soaked in acidulated water, so they're not brown. Key. When I was a kid, I would not touch brown apples, brown bananas. See? They know. That's great. Having said that, apples taste a little watery. At least they're not mealy. Pretty crunchy. More on the tart side. Tastes like a Granny Smith apple, but it's not as crunchy, so maybe a Fuji or a Gala. Not as sweet as a Fuji apple, though. So maybe a Gala. I'd eat my apple slices. I'm gonna eat them all. Fiber. And this one, I got hamburguesa. Plain old, simply boring hamburger. This is the one I would get as a kid. I wish they would wrap this a little tighter. I feel like, you know, just a little more snug. You know? Instead of just like flopping in the breeze. So, hamburger. Dear hamburger. Do you remember those little hamburger rides that you could ride on at the old McDonald's? They were like little stools and they had like a spring and you could like ride on them. They had eyes, like buggy eyes, kind of look like frogs. Yeah, I remember those. Very flat hamburger. Pretty sad looking. But, yeah. Toasted bun, patty. There's that kind of suspect combination of ketchup and mustard. Single pickle this time. And those onions. Love those onions. I would get extra of those onions. Alrighty. Here we go. Eat the Lucky Mouse. Yep. That's where it's at. For me. Right here. Hamburger. When I was pregnant with my first child in Japan, every Friday after work, I would bicycle to the mall and get myself a McDonald's hamburger. I was so comforted by it. It was so delicious. I just craved it. At the end of the week, I'm like, when am I get my burger? And this is it. It's not a great burger, but it's great. You know what I mean? So comforting and squishy, and the meat's pretty tasteless. The mustard's tangy. The onions, classic. Little splash of dill. It's great. But it's not. Not much else to say about that. This is not any gourmet meal by any means, but it's great. It's perfect. That's what my nostalgia button says. Let's not be a Babs. Let me be wrong. Let's see. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. It's another Babs! Oh, I didn't notice that Babs had a little tuft on the top. That's kind of cute. Rats. I guess you can scan it, like with a QR code. Maybe that tells you all of them, which, come on. Can we just put an infographic so the kids can see the picture and see all 12 and see which ones they got, and they can check them off with like a little box and a check mark? Like, that's so great. Babs is writing her very own sci-fi comic. Good for you, Babs. Cookie is an aspiring botanist fascinated by flowers. All right, I'm into that. Lastly, let's try the McCrispy strips. So apparently you can get 3 or 4. The person in the drive-thru said 3 or 4, and I didn't know what they meant, but they said 3 or 4, and they repeated it. I'm like, 3. So this was not inexpensive. This was $5.59 for 3 chicken strips. Actually, 2.5. This is not compared to this. All right, so they look a little oily. They look nice and black peppered, though. For that price, I think I might want a sandwich, but I guess if you're not into bread, maybe chicken strips would be better. What do they call them? McCrispy strips. Eat the Lucky Mouse. The chicken inside feels and tastes like a strip of chicken breast, as if you took a chicken breast and cut it into strips. It's not like a chicken nugget where it's been chopped up and put back together again. The breading is definitely salty and seasoned, but there's nothing really distinctive about it. At least when I have the McChicken, which I really love, especially when it was on the dollar menu. McChicken tastes very black peppery, which I feel is distinctive. Even when I went to Canada and had the McChicken, it was different there. It wasn't as black peppery. This is not even black peppery. I think I prefer McNugget to this, because at least the McNugget is crispy. This isn't really crispy. There's a distinctive flavor too. It has a kind of celery salt flavor. This just tastes fried and salty. And maybe if I got a spicy version. Is there a spicy version? I don't know. Let's try it with the barbecue sauce. It definitely needs the sauce to go with it. Alone, they're kind of... Let me know down in the comments below if you are a Squishmallow collector, if you have a favorite squishy. Let me know. And I'm going to turn these into keychains and give them to the neighborhood kids. Alrighty, my lovelies, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please check out the drive-thru playlist so you can see other things I've tasted, and I shall see you in the next video. Toodaloo, take care, bye! I have food in my mouth, I just know it. Sorry.